Hey everybody, how is it going? I hope you all are having a great day, and today I am extremely excited because we will be taking a look at the D10 from YoyoFactory. Now this yo-yo really amazes me, but there's one thing to note. This D10 is actually a B grade, and I am very excited to have an opportunity to not only take a look at the design of the D10, but also have an opportunity to see how B grade yo-yos play, because B grade yo-yos have fascinated me for a very long time, and I am really excited to take a look at how a B grade yo-yo plays. So we're gonna take a look at the D10 from YoyoFactory. I'm gonna share some of my opinions on B grade yo-yos, and I am really excited. So let's take a look at the D10. Alrighty everybody, let's take a look at the D10 now. I received this yo-yo earlier this week, and it was a huge distraction from my studies. I'd be typing a paper, doing some math questions, and I'd gravitate towards the D10 and throw it for like half-hour intervals. The shape really impressed me. The performance really impressed me, considering it is a B grade yo-yo, and overall the D10 really made a positive impression on me as far as performance goes, as far as design goes, and I think this yo-yo is super cool. So real quick, this is the signature yo-yo of Nate Daly. It's his first signature yo-yo from YoyoFactory. He has had other recent signature models from YoyoFactory as well, including the ND and the ND Ultra. Both yo-yos look really impressive, and I believe, based off of what I hear, they have received very positive feedback. Now the D10 has been a yo-yo I've been interested in for a very long time. Nate Daly is a huge inspiration to me and a very talented player, so I'm very glad to have an opportunity to take a look at one of his designs, because this yo-yo looks absolutely amazing. So real quick, I'd just like to cover what a B grade yo-yo is, in case you were wondering. A B grade yo-yo is pretty much a discounted yo-yo because when the manufacturer tested the product, it had some sort of flaw and did not play up to their standards. So it was not released to the public as an A grade. Instead, they usually discount them, and they're B grade yo-yos, which have some sort of flaw. So the D10 is a B grade yo-yo, but the performance is very impressive, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, we're just going to cover the shape and the design, because the ND, or excuse me, the D10 has a very impressive shape and design to it. So one thing that really impressed me right out of the shipping packaging, B grade yo-yos in this case did not include a box, but it did include a string, which was very nice. But the shape really impressed me. It has a very sharp angular shape, but it's not a straight linear V shape either. It's kind of has a very nice curved shape, which gives it a really nice angular look and a really nice unique feel to it as well. So I really like how it has kind of that curved, wide, sharp angular V shape. So it has a very aggressive shape, but it feels very nice in the hand, and just a really cool angular looking yo-yo. As it kind of curves out to the rim, and then the rims round off very nicely, so it gives it a really nice, kind of simple, elegant look, but also has a very unique feel to it as well, just with the design, and it really feels well made and quality. It's just a really nice feeling product. The face of the yo-yo is super cool as well. On one side, you have the engravings of the D10 with YoyoFactory, and then Nate Daly's Nate Daly's name as well, as well as the B grade stamp right up there as well. So super, super cool. Very minimal when it comes to the engravings, but it looks super cool and keeps it and it still maintains a very nice, elegant look, which is super cool. On the other side, it has the B grade stamp as well, with no other engravings. And then as far as the design goes, it has this little nub before flattening out around the nub, and then it has this nice bowl which extends very far up as well, so that's super, super cool. And then the bowl cuts back down into the yo-yo, and then it kind of reaches the top rim here. So very cool. There's kind of like a valley or canyon, I guess you could say, around the bowl, which gives it a really impressive look and just has a really unique look and feel to it. So that is super, super cool. Overall, the yo-yo feels quality. I really like the shape and how it's curved and how simple and elegant it looks, but it also has a lot of very subtle and impressive details as well. So overall, I am very impressed by the D10, and let's go and see how the D10 performs. All right, everybody, so we got the D10 all ready to go. One thing I would like to address real quick is when I first tried the D10, I used the string that came with the D10, and it played really slippery. The response was very low. It didn't have a really nice response to it, but I switched out the string to a kitty string, which is the string I'm most accustomed to, and the response was perfect. And the only noticeable issue with the D10 was just a little bit of vibration, but nothing really detectable, nothing that would really affect play. And overall, I'm used to a little bit of vibration because I usually ding up yo-yos pretty quickly. I usually take them over the concrete and ding them up very quickly. So they start vibrating a little bit, so I'm very used to a little bit of vibration, and I actually don't mind a little bit of vibration. So other than a little bit of vibration and a little bit of poor response with the string that the D10 came with, the D10 has amazing performance. As far as feel in play, the D10 has a very solid, controllable feel. It's not super light. It has a very nice weight to it, but it does also have, it looks like it'd be really aggressive and light and fast with its angular shape, but it's very solid. It's really solid, controlled, and has a really fun, relaxed feel to it. I really like how wide the D10 is. It's not super wide, but it has a really nice width that gives it a really nice, unique feel. And I also really like the design and the shape overall. When it comes to grinding, the D10 grinds absolutely amazing. Has a great grinding surface, and overall just has a really fun, relaxing feel to it, and is a really impressive product from YoyoFactory. Like I stated earlier, I have been playing this yo-yo a lot because I think it's very appealing because it has a very nice, simple look to it, but at the same time, there's a lot of details involved, which really impress me, and the shape is really comfortable and enjoyable, and the performance. Considering this is a B grade yo-yo, the performance is astonishing. It plays great. Other than a little vibration, it It's very solid, very relaxed, very controllable, has a really, really, really impressive feel to it. So the D10 plays absolutely amazing and just has a really nice shape, a really nice feel, and great performance. I'm actually really curious to see how an A grade D10 would play, because the D10 as a B grade really impresses me, and I am very impressed by just how good this yo-yo plays. It is just a lot of fun, just a great performing yo-yo from YoyoFactory. Wow. A lot of fun, amazing, an amazing product from YoyoFactory, and I'm really curious to see how Nate Daly's other signature yo-yos play as well, because the D10 really impresses me, and I'm curious to see if they have kind of the same solid controllable feel as well, because the feel and the performance is just absolutely amazing. Very impressive. So my overall opinions on the D10 as far as performance goes, considering it's a B grade yo-yo, other than a little vibration, the performance is amazing. It has a very kind of simple feel, but the wide profile, the solid feel and play, the controlled feel, it feels very powerful. Has a very powerful feel, which I really, really enjoy. It is just an amazing yo-yo, an amazing product, and I am a huge fan of the D10. So real quick, before we do final impressions on the D10, I would just like to discuss some of my opinions on B grade yo-yos, and then we will get to final impressions. Alrighty everybody, so real quick, I'd just like to discuss some of my opinions on B grade yo-yos. Now, I've been fascinated in B grade yo-yos for an extremely long period of time. And one thing I was really interested in seeing was, does the discounted price justify the performance? And what I kind of mean by that is, does a B grade yo-yo, because usually it's a very generous discounted price, does it not have really any performance to it, or does it still perform extremely well? Now, B grade yo-yos can vary in their flaws from product to product, but based on my experience with the D10 had very minimal flaws. Other than a little bit of vibration, the D10 played extremely well. And I was very impressed by that. I honestly thought there was going to be a lot more wrong with the D10. And it ended up, it just had a little bit of vibration, which doesn't really bother me at all. So overall, I think as far as performance goes, based on my experience with the B grade D10, that usually, again, based on this experience, that the product still does have significant high levels of performance. Now, I would say and recommend that if you're really interested in a product, I would highly recommend trying the A grade version, because there won't be any flaws. It will play up to the manufacturer's standards, and then you won't be disappointed. And I think that's really, really important. So moving on to kind of my other views, I was thinking to myself, what's kind of the purpose of a B grade yo-yo? Of course, there's a discounted price, so you get to try out some new designs at a lower price with just a couple flaws, which is very appealing. At the same time, I think the lower price, I think the yo-yo market is very, very competitive when it comes to very affordable high performance yo-yos. There's a lot of yo-yos that play extremely well at very low cost, that are plastic, that are metal. So I think that the lower price definitely would be a reason to consider a B grade yo-yo, but at the same time, there's a lot of options, a lot of A grade options that still have very high levels of performance. The other reason I think that B grades are very appealing, and probably one of the most appealing to me, is that you can travel with it, and you really don't have to worry about it getting too beat up because it's a B grade. And I think that's something that's really interesting. You know, they're affordable, so you can travel with it, you can play it over concrete, not really worry if it gets dinged up. Sometimes if you're playing with an A grade yo-yo and it plays absolutely amazing, it's perfectly smooth, it can be very frustrating to get, ding it up, especially the first time. But I'm usually used to playing with dinged up yo-yos, but I think that B grade yo-yos, especially if you're kind of looking for a product that you can just kind of beat up and not really worry about affecting performance too much, I think B grade yo-yos are great for that reason as well. But at the same time, there's a lot of really affordable plastic yo-yos that really cover that same area of just being great travel yo-yos as well, that you really don't have to worry about if they get a little bit beat up. But overall, B grade yo-yos really fascinate me. I am very impressed at the performance of the D10. Other than a little bit of vibration, the yo-yo plays amazing. So that's just some of my opinions on B grade yo-yos. Overall, would I recommend B grade yo-yos? I would recommend B grade yo-yos if you are an experienced player, that if you do receive a B grade yo-yo that does have some flaws, you can kind of tinker around with it and improve the performance. So I think experienced players would be great at that. And I would also recommend B grade yo-yos if you understand that there's going to be some sort of flaw involved, and if you don't mind a little bit of vibration, a little bit of whatever the flaw may be. If you're not super picky about a little bit of vibration, then I would also recommend B grade yo-yos. So that's just some of my opinions on B grade yo-yos. Let's go and do final impressions on the D10. Alrighty everybody, final impressions on the D10. This yo-yo impressed me the moment I saw it. The moment I took it out of the shipping packaging, unwrapped it from the paper protective packaging, and saw the D10, felt it in my hand, I was absolutely amazed. The D10 really appealed to me because of its very nice, simple looking, sharp, angular shape, but at the same time I was very pleased that it had a really unique, comfortable feel, because it does have nice rounded edges and the shape is curved, which I think is really cool and a really fun feature on the D10. The face of the yo-yo has a lot of nice, elegant looking details as well, and very few engravings, but the engravings look absolutely amazing. The D10 plays incredible as well. It has a very solid, heavy, controllable, relaxed feel, and overall it feels very powerful. And that actually really impressed me because I thought it was going to be a lot more aggressive, a lot more fast, perhaps a little more floaty, but it actually plays very solid, very heavy, very powerful, very controlled, and I really like the way it plays. Has incredible performance, and as far as the B grade flaws go, the only thing I could detect was a little bit of vibration, and that doesn't bother me at all. The D10 is an amazing product from YoyoFactory, so thank you guys for watching this video. Alrighty everybody, thank you for watching this review on the B grade D10. I am very pleased by the D10's design and performance, and I am very glad that I had an opportunity to test out one of Nate Daly's signature yo-yos, as well as test out a B grade version. It was a very pleasant experience for me, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any video ideas, any video recommendations, please let me know. And thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.